I sometimes spend 20 minutes scrolling through Netflix looking for anything that might seem good or interesting to watch. Then I turn it off and look at another streaming app. Netflix is full of Netflix original programs and films that I mostly don't care about. I know I'm not the only one. I've seen articles and posts about just this same thing. Either you can't find anything or you settle for a TV show you've watched multiple times just to have something on. Maybe there are old movies or great movies you've heard about, but they're nowhere to be found. It often seems like there are no good films available to stream. Only Netflix originals that come out faster than anyone could watch them, or superhero sequels, or a new Star Wars every few months. For me, and maybe for some of you too, that gets really uninteresting after a while. It would be great if at least one streaming service had films like that. A lot of people have experienced superhero or sequel burnout. Articles have been posted for the last 10 years talking about it. When theaters were open, it was hard to find a movie worth watching that wasn't a big franchise movie, or a sequel, or a remake. I'm not saying I don't like a nice, funny Thor movie every once in a while, but when I want to watch something I'll think about after it's over, or want to read about or talk about, superheroes generally don't do that for me. Netflix, in the early days of its streaming service, had older movies and a lot more studio movies. Hardly anything had that red N in the corner that tells me I can probably not even bother reading the summary and move on to the next thing. But now it's all originals I don't care about. It's the same on other services, but Netflix is just a handy punching bag. So, if you're craving classic films, or art films, or just older movies you've heard about and want to look into, what can you actually do? Well, there are specialty streaming services with classic films, foreign films, and more, if you know where to look. The Criterion channel. Before streaming, they were just the Criterion collection, a few hundred art, foreign, and otherwise interesting films and television shows. They have their own streaming service now, featuring many titles from their library, as well as a lot of curated material from outside the collection. Criterion Channel costs about the same per month as one of the more popular services, but has a variety of material not available there. Want to know about French New Wave film? You're in luck. Interested in Japanese movies? You're set. Want a monthly selection of otherwise very interesting films that fall through the cracks of other services? This is for you. Criterion works on Apple TV, Roku, console game platforms, phones, tablets, and computers. You'll be able to say interesting things to your friends like, I really think Kurosawa's samurai movies are essentially westerns, or what do you think of Martin Scorsese's early short films? To sum up, if you're tired of all the boring original programming from streaming services, if you want foreign movies that George Lucas copied to make Star Wars, or if you just want to watch films that aren't sequels and remakes filled with computer explosions and punches, there's hope. That hope is the Criterion Channel. Go to CriterionChannel.com and get a free 14-day preview. Or if you want to take a look at some of the titles available and you have HBO Max, go to their TCM section. It has a selection of Criterion titles. Impress your friends and film professors.